Why can't the Kemper do this? This is so frustrating. What am I talking about? I'll definitely get into it. First, I want to make clear that I'm definitely having fun with my new Kemper Stage Mark II. It sounds killer. Take a listen. That sounds great, right? Crunchy, tight, and huge. This is actually a profile that I made of my Engel Fireball 25. That pack is available in my web store, by the way, links below. But yeah, this one turned out really well. Really enjoyed this sound. I also captured my Soldano SLO30. That also came out sounding really good and really accurate as well. Overall, I think that the Kemper Stage Mark II, even though a lot of stuff is kind of dated, is a fun unit and there are great tones to be had, with some exceptions, which we'll get into. So, what I was doing this week is I was creating a new capture pack for the Lichtlaerm Audio Prometheus, one of my coolest amps. This is such a cool amp. It has a great texture, a wide variety of tones, and you can really dial in the lead channel to taste with the bright switch and the cut control and all those great features, right? So I wanted to create a capture pack for Tonex, which I've recently released, links below, as well as for the Quad Cortex and the Nano Cortex. And I wanted to do a Kemper pack as well, but something happened, and we're gonna do that right now to show you guys what happened, all right? Now, in terms of the gear, I'm holding my ESP LTD RZK-III with the Fishman RZK pickups. Really cool guitar. I did a really fun review of this guitar on the channel recently, which you can check out up here or down here if you're interested. By the way, that is going into the Kemper Stage Mark II right now with my Fireball 25 Lead 2 profile loaded up. Again, sounds like this. Sounds killer, right? We're going to use this as the reference, and then we're going to try to profile the amp. Now, for the rig, this amp is going into my Grossmann Fatbox 1x12 cabinet, in which I've loaded up my Chinese V30, which is kind of my favorite, to be honest. I'm miking that up with 2 SM57s and 1 MD421. That is going into the DAW, etc. And we're going to try to capture this tone on the lead channel with the bright switch in the down position and the cut control at around 9 o'clock. So we're going to go into the profile mode. And right now we're in the profiling assistant. So this is our reference amp. And right now we're on the profiling assistant page, as you can see. And this is the Kemper amp that we're going to reference, obviously. And then let's try the Prometheus amp, so the real amp. Really cool tone, like really textured and open, and I love this amplifier a lot, right? And I want to capture this tone with a profile, so that's what we're going to do right now. We're not going to do the liquid profiles as, you know, this tone stack isn't included in here, obviously. So let's go to next, and then it's not a clean tone. We're not doing a no cabinet, so we're going to start the profiling process, and we're going to do that right now. Of course, this is going to take a minute. It's going to put some weird alien noises through the amplifier and through my cabinets to capture the whole thing. So the whole rig, which is, I think, the most fun way to capture an amplifier. So with the entire rig, with the speaker, because of the impedance interaction between the amplifier and the speaker, you really capture the magic of the whole rig, right? And with the Kemper, what I enjoy about the profiling process is that it's just a quick process. It doesn't have to take long at all. Just a couple minutes and you've got your tone, in most cases, okay? So it's still doing its thing right now. We're gonna have to wait for, I think, 20 seconds or so before it's done. And then we're gonna take a listen to the results. When I did this a couple days ago, the results were very interesting. And let's see if the results are the same this time around. I'm very curious. All right, so let's try the reference amp first. You know, pretty gainy. These pickups are very hot, very textured and rich. right? And not too flubby in the low end. Now let's try the Kemper amp and see what the results are. Okay, so something went wrong, right? Let's go back and forth between the Kemper amp and the reference amp. Okay, that doesn't sound close. Not even close, right? So perhaps we'll need to do some refining. So let's try that. Let's refine this sucker. I'm just going to do like one chord, like I did in my other videos. I kind of showed you the process of how I refine the profiles. It can be a very dissonant chord and just let it ring out for a bit. It doesn't have to be all that fancy. Let's do that. Let's check out the results now. So yeah, it's very mushy, way too saturated in comparison to the real thing, right? With the refining, the EQ response is a bit closer, and the volume across the two is a bit better as well, but still is not even close. Let's try to lower the gain of the Kemper model and see if that makes it sound closer. Not even close, right? I mean, again, it's a bit closer, but it's off. You know, the frequency response of the real amp has some really nice mids going on, really great note definition, and the Kemper amp just sounds mushy, right? Now you can do stuff like add clarity. Let's try adding some clarity. Yeah, so that's not good. So let's try one more time. I'll speed you guys through this. Okay, so we are done. Let's start with the reference amp once again. And let's check out the Kemper amp. Again, so far off. Let's do the refining once again. This time I'll do a little bit more. Again, let's check out the results. So this is the Kemper amp and the reference amp. It's just too far off. Okay, so this is why there is no Lichtlaerm Audio Prometheus Kemper pack coming out from me. It's just impossible. It can't do it, right? Now, this, of course, is the old Kemper technology, but the folks from Kemper have said in the past multiple times that it's already perfect. It doesn't need an update, right? Well, this is a reason why it definitely does need an update. Luckily, hopefully this summer, you know, they've promised us the most accurate profiling technology yet with the 100,000 frequency point thing, whatever all of that means. So hopefully it means that the Kemper in the future will be able to capture amps like the Lichtlaerm Audio Prometheus. You know, there are a bunch of other amps that you'll have a lot of trouble with as well with the Kemper for some reason. I guess it's just the technology is kind of limited and dated. And hopefully with that new profiling tech, we'll get much better results. Now, I have made a video a little while ago about my opinion regarding the fact that for those new profiles, you're going to have to hook up the Kemper to your computer in order to create those profiles, which I'm definitely not a fan of. Because one of the strengths, I guess, of the Kemper currently is that making profiles is just a quick process and it's easy to do it on the unit itself. You don't need to hook it up to a computer or anything like that, so you can do it wherever you want as long as you have your amp and your signal flow. And when you're going to have to hook it up to your computer and then use your PC as the processor and stuff, I don't like that personally. Some of you stated that you were absolutely fine with it, which is cool. But for me, I'm not a fan of that idea. But I guess that the hardware is just too limited even the new Mark II version, and they'll just need your computer basically to do the heavy lifting. So I'm very curious about that. But yeah, as you can hear, epic fail on Kemper's part with this amplifier, and other amps as well. Luckily, some other amps it can really do well, like my Soldano and my Fireball 25 so far, but for some reason it just can't do this amplifier, and that's really annoying because yeah, you want to capture your amps and it fails, while the Quad Cortex and Tonex do a great job. So if you want my Tonex or Quad Cortex capture packs for this amplifier, check the links below. If you want my Fireball or Soldano Kemper profile packs, you can also check them in my web store. Luckily, those are great, and maybe I'll do some more in the future. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys. I'd love to know your thoughts. Also, let me know what your expectations are regarding the new updated profile tech. That's something that I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, I didn't want to shit on the Kemper as a whole with this video because, as I said in the beginning, it's a fun unit. It's just not perfect. It has some flaws, and I think it's good to talk about those things so that Kemper is aware. I'm sure they are, but that they need to pay some attention to that, hopefully with the new profiling technology. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you want to support this channel, you can buy one of my profile packs, capture packs, or get something at my affiliate links for Thomann and Sweetwater, like a Kemper Stage Mark II or Quad Cortex or whatnot. I'd really appreciate that. Of course, also please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.